Good afternoon, this is Shaman Oracle card reading for the sign of Gemini. And before I start Gemini, I like to explain the new card decks quickly, okay? The Wild Offering Oracle card on the left is just a short message for you whenever you get to hear the reading. The Moonology Oracle cards deck has many different categories of new moon, full moon, and special moon cards, and also has for each zodiac sign a card assigned from the new moon and one from the full moon. Then we come to the Celtic plant oracle card deck, which is in the German language, but I translated everything in English. And on the right, we have the Celtic Shamans pack, which is a bit strange a deck because it has difficult names and some kind of mythology that might be new to most of us, but is nonetheless interesting. And the Shamans pack has different meanings of categories like vision, movers, empowerers, the worlds, the elements, the totem beasts, and the shapers. And each card relates to one of the categories I just read about. Okay? So, let me start the reading for Gemini. We start with the Wild Offering Oracle card on the left, which is called Ambition. And the card Ambition says, "May I offer all my deepest longings to love itself and invite a divine plan beyond the mind's imagining. Please use me for the highest good." The Moonology card New Moon Eclipse is a so-called special moon card and relates to the expectations of powerful change. If you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get a desired outcome in the situation you are asking about, Gemini, then this is it. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work. But be prepared, since this could be quite a ride, and events now could even be a bit uncomfortable. However, any new direction you decide to take will almost always lead to something better than where you are at the moment. Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason you will appreciate later on. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is to show courage and to forget about past events and move through it. You have nothing to fear, and instead you are helped to being put back on the right path. Attune to the moon and never mind the past. Life evolves every single day is the card's message. And an additional meaning for the card is say yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. You are being guided towards your life's purpose, and whatever is happening now is happening for your highest good. This is an important turning point in your life. The teaching of the card is new moon eclipses are among the most exciting astrological events. They herald a complete change of pace. It is as though you are headed in one direction, probably being guided by your ego, and then here comes the divine, the goddess or spirit, to turn you instead to face the direction you actually need to go. regardless of whether or not there is a new moon eclipse happening when you finally hear this reading's message. It is your powerful affirmation of positive turnarounds. Well, what a beautiful message for Gemini, right, Gemini? Now we come to the Celtic plant Verbena, and it is one of the most holy plants for the Celtics, used as an altar plant by the Druids, and it was also the only plant which was allowed to be digged out with iron tools. Also, when the plant was digged out, it had to be a moonless night, and the Celtic people used fumigations with the plant Verbena to give protection and to help with divination and prophecy. Also, the Celtics did ablutions using the plant's ingredients to further the ability to gain more wisdom. The card says that your wishes will be fulfilled, so imagine things that bring you joy and happiness, Gemini, because the plant Verbena is said to have magical powers and can give you great visionary ability. Verbena flowers are traditionally seen as a sign of sacredness and of healing. The plant has many medicinal benefits and has been used by various cultures to bless buildings and altars, and the majority of the Verbena species comes in many clusters of small flowers with 5 petals. From far away, these clusters may look like one large flower. The plant comes in many colors like purple, pink, red, and white. The vast majority of Verbena species are native to Asia and North America. However, the Verbena officialis is native to Europe. Verbena is also considered a protection against harm and evil. The name Verbena comes from the Celtic Verbena, meaning sacred branch, or magic wand, or witchcraft and enchantment herb. Before the sacrifices, it is said that the Druids used Verbena to cleanse the altars. The Aztecs and other Native American tribes used Verbena roots and flowers as a diuretic and as a natural treatment for headaches, circulatory issues, and insomnia. Verbena oil is often used in hair care products as it helps to strengthen hair and invigorates growth. Verbena oils are also used to ease the pain and tension of aching muscles. The oil has a pleasing fragrance and can be used for massages, diffusers, perfumes, and many other cosmetic products. The kind called lemon verbena is used for centuries, if not millennia, as a medicine for treating colds, fever, anxiety, indigestion, spasms, and insomnia. It is also popular as an infusion for boosting the immune system and as a natural aid for weight loss. The leaves and edible flowers of Verbena turn up in martinis, ice cream, syrups, sun teas, pesto, and salad dressings. Vervain, another name for Verbena, as the plant is called, is a Druid sacred herb, common in many Druid rites and incantations. It is a sacred herb of purification, visions, and love potions. Vervain is a derivative of the Celtic word fair, which means to drive away, and fain, meaning stone, since the plant is also used to purge calculi, gravel, from the bladder. A tea made of this herb is also known to increase breast milk of feeding mothers and can lower fever. To make the tea, use 1 tablespoon of the herb per cup of water and let it set for 20 minutes. Verbena is also said to have aphrodisiac properties. It is a powerful lymphatic detoxifier and has a cleansing effect on the female organs. Vervain is a profoundly magical herb belonging to the sphere of Venus. Roman priests and priestesses used it as an altar plant. It was tied in bundles and used to ritually sweep and purify the altar. Druids placed the plant in water and then sprinkled it on worshippers as a blessing. Vervain was picked at the rising of the dog star at the dark of the moon, just before flowering. It was taken from the earth with the sacred sickle and raised aloft in the left hand. After prayers of thanksgiving were spoken, the druid or druidess left a gift of honey to recompense the earth for her loss. The dog star is also known as Sirius, nicknamed Dog Star because it is the brightest star in the crater Dog. It is super bright because it is one of the closest stars to our sun. The name may come from ancient Egypt. The Celtic Shaman's pack card is called the Circle of Nine, a so-called world's card, also called second circle. The Circle of Nine is a circle of 9 stones, radiating energy outward into the world. Above the stones rises the brilliant sun of inspiration. In the foreground, an opening capped with stones leads to the third circle. 3 ancient stone objects guard the way. The key word for the card's meaning is experience. The second circle or middle world represents the spiritual dimension of the world in which we live our outer lives. The world that lies all around us is familiar to us in immediate ways, but it also has an otherworldly aspect to it, inhabited by spiritual beings that may manifest as fairies, animals, or ancestral teachers. Centered upon the trunk of the tree of vision, it extends outward horizontally to the world's end and beyond. It is visited especially to help us to solve problems in our daily lives. The lore told here is that the second circle encompasses the mundane world and manifests as an otherworldly extension to it. The thresholds of the second circle are present in every thorn bush, stream, hill, forest, and rocky slope. All points that connect our world with the other world are possible points of departure for the journey to the middle fairyland world. In many Celtic stories and legends, people stumble into the second circle almost by accident, without the awareness that they are passing the unseen threshold that lies between this reality and the other. It is not until they discern strange landmarks like a green and burning tree, or that giant herdsman, or a black and white checkered field where the sheep change color as they move from one square to another as they graze, that they realize they have strayed out of their own place. The most common method of moving from mundane to otherworldly reality in Celtic tradition seems to be by the pursuit of a white deer or other white animal. What starts as an ordinary hunt ends as a series of otherworldly adventures. Thus, the Celtic hero Owain, in seeking out the locus of a fellow warrior's misadventure, enters a mysterious forest and discovers a black knight, whom he challenges and overcomes. The reward for this action is for him to then take the place of the Black Knight, who guards a revitalizing fountain, and to become the husband of the now widow lady of the fountain, an otherworldly woman of great power. He subsequently journeys back to the court of Arthur and forgets his lady and his guardianship until she sends her maiden to remind him of his dereliction of duty. Similarly, many stories tell of how people accidentally pass into fairyland and there learn strange knowledge or wondrous skills, such as Thomas the Rhymer, who gains the tongue that cannot lie, the arts of prophecy. Thomas the Rhymer was a Scottish landowner and poet and reputed prophet from Ulster. His gift of prophecy is linked to his poetic abilities. He died 1290. Purposeful entries for journeys into the second circle can be sought at any point where you feel at home or in a sacred place. Threshold guardians usually keep these points, for each doorway has its appointed warden. To pass these figures, who can often get baffling riddles which appear challenging, so we must have the courage to pass beyond and the will to return. The price for our knowledge is often to take up or share the duty of the guardian of that doorway. So, Gemini, this was your reading. I think you got good cards, and yes, the Celtic Shaman's pack is a bit otherworldly and unusual. But nonetheless, I think it's worth exploring. Okay? Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming by. I wish you a wonderful Sunday, and I hope you come back next time when I have another reading for the sign of Gemini. Goodbye.